For more than 2 decades, burning waste has been illegal in the Philippines. This was owing to the Clean Air Act of 1999. However, according to Greenpeace Philippines, the environmental law is now threatened as waste burning technologies are being proposed into law.
What will happen is that all kinds of waste burning technologies will be allowed, and that threatens not only the Clean Air Act, but also the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act and Filipinos' rights to a healthy environment. Because incineration has several impacts, not just on health, but also on climate. The burning of plastic is essentially the same as you're burning fossil fuels. It's really sending the wrong message to people that our priorities lie in making profits instead of prioritizing people's health and the environment. So, if we want to recover from the pandemic and if we want to respond to the problem of plastic pollution, this shouldn't be the answer.
Back in November 2020, the Waste to Energy Bill passed the House of Representatives. This was the first time in Philippine history a bill concerning waste incineration was approved in the lower house.
This fight has been ongoing for years. It keeps being reanimated for some reason. So it dies, it fails in the House of Representatives, and then it gets filed again. So they've been trying really hard to pass this bill. So it's not so much about whether or not we can prove that it's hazardous for people's health. It became one of a question of, do we have the political support? But that's impossible when you have a vast majority of supporters supporting the president who wants this passed. So they're actually not just a majority. What they have is a super majority.
God bless the Filipino. God bless the Philippines. Thank you very much.
One of the saving graces of the time we're in now is that we're a few months away from the 2022 elections. So it's upon us, actually, to make sure that the voices of the voting public, as well as the general people, will be heard. This is not something that the people need. This is not something that the situation calls for. And they have to hear that. They have to hear that, especially if they want to keep their posts after 2022.
The decision is yet to be made at the Senate before it gets passed on to the President for the final approval. Environmentalists say that this will be a tough fight. Angelica Banyares, MDX News.